What's up, everybody? It's your boy Melvin here for another review, and this is the final part and final chapter of the Nerd Saga. And this is Revenge of the Nerds 4 Nerds in Love. Released in 1994, and this is the. What? Damn, my nose is itchy for some reason. Yeah, I've been having strong allergies lately. I'm feeling tired. Whew. But yeah, I'm gonna do this review good. Before we begin, did you subscribe? Did you hit the bell? If not, what are you doing? What are you just standing there for? Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit the like button, and let's begin. So, the movie begins with the opening credit, which, oh boy, something more like biblical, like the first meaning of life before the times. There was the first nerds, which we got Lewis and Betty dressed as cupids. Lewis dipping an arrow into some love potion that Betty's holding, pointing at the screen, and boom, title card of the fourth film. And it's like gonna be like this, divided in chapters. So chapter one is the invitation. The first we get to see is the oh boy. Sorry. The first thing we get to see is the home of Booger's fiance, Jean Humphrey, and also we get to meet her family, her snooty family, her dad, who had plans to run for office in politics, while his son-in-law, boy, Chip, has other things in mind. They're getting ready for the wedding. There's meetup and everything, which Jean only mentioned Booger's real name, not his nickname, until they saw, which her mother faints, quite literally. And oh boy, the things went for get a little ugly, like literally. When Booger arrived, oh boy, they found out quickly he was a nerd, literally. At first, the dad was trying to figure out what family he's from because his last name Dawson, which okay, remember, if you have a fancy last name, they think you're connected to some other family, which unfortunately he ain't, and it went from worse. Namara fainted, and Booger and Jean went in the kitchen to get some steak for her eye. Literally after she hit her head on the coffee table. Which the rest of them, the father, her sister, and her husband, well, you guessed it. Back at the motel, Booger is waiting for his friends versus Lewis. Lewis arrives in a 16-wheeler with a truck plate that says King of the Nerds. And boy, that is a good looking truck. After that, The sign says baby unborn fetus unborn, which means Lewis is gonna be a dad. Literally, he has Betty in the trailer in some rig, some type of hooked up machine that protects her and the unborn child. Which, okay, he has a device which he can track the process of his unborn child and Betty as well. Then the rest of the gang arrive on a charter bus. The ones who arrived were Lamar, Takashi, Trevor, even Lou's own nephew Harold, and many more. Then when Booker met, then Booker mentioned that his father-in-law is a anti-nerd, which everybody reacted, which is prejudice, literally. If you hate nerds, I think that's another word for being a racist. So after that, this is the meet and greet. Everybody's meeting up. Takashi's taking pictures of everybody. Lamar's giving them name stickers, which he's having type of feelings to the butler of the Humphrey family, who is gay as well. Then came Jane's friends from the sorority Omega Mu, and then arrived Ogre when Trevor noticed him mooning on the window. Yes, we got to see Ogre again. The last time we saw him was on the second film when he, during his initiation, became a member of Tri-Lambs as a converted jock. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Stan's arrival as the group as well, including Judy, which we haven't seen her since the first film, and I didn't get why she's hitting on Stan, since she was hitting on Gilbert in the first one, but it's a bit confusing. Stan couldn't participate because he got sick, so Judy stayed behind at the motel taking care of him. But Lewis gave him a device, so some type of device that he won't miss a thing. So yeah, during the reception, everybody's having a great time, but most of the friends of the dad, mostly important people for his political career, have left because Whew. During the dance, everyone's having fun until the dad's sister started to hit on Harold. Yes, a MILF was hit on Harold, and literally, she just gave Harold the "you want to dance" look. Sure, more than a dance. She just grabbed that feather. I don't know what you call those feather. I don't know what you call those. She just put it around Harold and dragged him to the dance floor. And this ain't the last time because there's a clip of her running around in her underwear and bra, mating calling Harold, and Harold is chasing after her. That's right. Harold went from banging co-eds to banging a MILF of a rich man. So even the guy knew his sister was a bit cuckoo, a little bit crazy. But hey, I said, way to go, Harold. Oh yes, Lois. That's her name, Lois Humphrey. Oh boy, did Lewis make good scores. Meanwhile, Chip is with a private detective trying to find any dirt on Booger. Which, fun fact, the detective is played by Robert Picardo. If you don't remember him, he's more famously playing the famous EMH from Star Trek Voyager, the Doctor, and also the a-hole manager in Gremlins 2. Yeah, the one who married Greta the Gremlin. You know the grandma that turned to a woman? That one. In the bathroom. Wow. Does he dig up dirt during the meet and eat at the buffet? Chip mentioned that Booger has a child in Ohio, which, oh boy, things went back to work. Well, we get to meet Booger's parents when they arrive. Lois and Harold, oh boy, they went inside the bathroom, you know. And they were together on the table. Trevor almost mooned, which he didn't understand until Lois explains that why Ogre did that, because Ogre is a converted nerd because he was originally a jock, which we all know from the first and second film. He was a jock for the Alpha Betas. Now he's after then became a nerd after he realized the Alpha Betas didn't treat him well when they tried to kill him by drowning. And when during this there was a fight and then a massive food fight at the buffet. The wedding was called off, but Burger decided the wedding should be on. Then Gene gave him a chance. The wedding's back on. And Chip, trying to find a way to make it easier, decided to do this the old-fashioned way by during the bachelor party. Oh boy, that he'll get Booger by cheating on another woman, most specifically a stripper during the bachelor party. During the party, everybody was having fun. That's when Chip brought some strippers in nerd theme, as one is a librarian, one is a math teacher, one wearing calculators. Yeah. And then Lamar got up there and did his performance, which attracted the butler that was there as well. Oh boy. Everyone started to have fun. Booger started to go yee hee on where he know there was a camera recording behind a statue. During that, there was a conga line. Trevor was playing the conga bungo. Everybody stopped, looked at Booger, and Ogre said, "Did you do the nasty?" And they said, "Yep." And everybody cheered and continued doing conga. Conga time! Back at the mansion, it was like late at night. Everybody had to be woke up. They watched the video that Chip recorded of Booger. Turns out Booger didn't do the cheating because Gene was the only one he loved. So yeah, and then it cuts to Chip get into this BDMS, which his wife left in disgust, including his mother-in-law. Well, his father-in-law, the dad, is kind of upset because he wants proof that the Booger was unfaithful. So yeah. Everybody was returning back to the motel, which Betty was outside asking their women, and it turns out it was Valentine's Day, and there was a montage. Everybody celebrated Valentine's. We got one of Trevor giving chocolate to a girl, which he ate. He only left 2 pieces. And then we got Lamar with the butler. The butler gave Lamar a necklace, which, oh. You also have Stan, still sick, but giving Betty a nurse hat to enjoy. And of course, I forgot to mention Harold during the events of the food fight at the buffet. They did like a vote. Lewis did like a vote. How many believe that Booger has a child in Ohio? Everybody rose their hands, and they realized he used condoms, which Takashi made a little gag pretending his hand was inside a condom. And Harold went left to visit Lois, and he said, "I ain't going there for breakfast." And we cut to the scene where Harold's in bed, I think tied up, with a rose in his mouth, while Lois, in lingerie, climbs up the bed, grabs some pencils that was in his pocket protector, broke it, and then the fun began. the scene the scene ends with the husband talking to the wife, and she said if she found out it was his idea to ruin her daughter's wedding, she'll divorce him, which he decided not to, and decides to enjoy it. And oh boy, he just jumped inside that bathtub with his wife fully clothed. Oh boy. Meanwhile, he's about to get ready for wedding until Chip brought his legitimate daughter right there, which she's picking her nose. Booger's trademark. After that, he talked to her around the back of the building, like in this little park, and he decides to take her in during the wedding ceremony. Everybody's praying for the wedding. Lewis's dad and Ewan arrive until I realized the bishop couldn't arrive because he had a kidney stone. So Lewis's dad decides to marry Booger since he's a minister as well. Back at the wedding, during the ceremony, Betty's water broke, which means she's having the baby. Which, oh my God, how many people just want to see a baby be born? I mean, literally. In which Jeanette, the little girl, mentioned that she's not even Booger's daughter because Chip got her from an orphanage, which, ooh, turns out everybody knew Booger's look, and everybody looked at him, and then the father-in-law punched him and asked him, which told him to leave. Even the daughter, his wife, told him to leave as well, but not before giving back the keys to the BMW. He left, and his dad said, even she said, "I want to marry a nerd," which everybody cheered. Back at the birthing, which, oh boy, Betty gives birth to a boy, which Lewis's dad presents the first nerd baby. Literally, he just presented the baby as the first nerd messiah. And yeah, during the ceremony continued, which Booger and Jean are now finally husband and wife. And Booger decides to adopt the girl as his own daughter, which is a nice end. And the ending cuts to the ending where Takashi is singing, everybody in the line dancing. It cuts, and the ending, it cuts to Booger and Jean, their adopted daughter, along with Lewis's dad, seeing his newborn grandson, including Lewis now a dad, saying it's gonna be a great year, and that is the end of the Nerd Saga. And yeah, it's kind of a touchy ending for the whole Nerd Saga. It was actually quite good. It was quite funny and good. And there were some scenes that were pretty funny, but yeah. Let me know what you think of the movie, and if you've seen it, tell me in the comments down below which part was your favorite. And this is the final part and the final chapter of the Nerd Saga. So yeah, after 4 films, wow. And this was released in 1994, and this was the end of the Nerd Saga. So let me know what you think. And remember to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and I'll see you next time. See ya.